Hello everyone and welcome to the event. Officially it's going to kick off at 2 PM, but I thought I'd go live now so people can filter in and just see what's going on. We've got a few people here already. As you can see, we've got Charlie Veach behind us, Marty Blackburn and a few other people. So yeah, it's going to be a good day. So tune in and enjoy. Well, that didn't quite work out. I had the camera the wrong way around. There we go. Now you can see people mingling. I can start that again. So welcome back. Here we are for the Unite the Children event, where there's going to be a lot of great speakers today. Raja Mia, got Nick Tenconi, plenty of people, MBEs, etc. Officially kicking off at 2 PM. I'm going live now, just so you can watch people mingling, get ready for it and filter in. And yeah, we're going to have a good day. We're going to have a good day, you know, shout loud, shout proud, get the message heard and all of that. And save our kids. So there we go. Enjoy the show. No.
For the English ladies. What's that? Have you? What about Scotland? You come from Scotland as well? No. Right, I bet that. She's Scottish. No. Billy should be. No, Billy's not. He's in Wales. I told him to come, but he knows that. Sorry. No, every time I look at right, and then I cut the recording.
Steve, you want to go and challenge the door whilst that?
Well, I've already challenged them and they already kicked off.
God damn it.
They already kicked off.
With all these constant cameras, all my racist, homophobic jokes will have to wait till afterwards.
Yeah, no, I went down the Muslim stand and they already kicked me out. I was trying to speak to the socialist ones, but they were busy.
Are they?
Well, they were speaking to other people. I just couldn't go. But I want to argue that fascism and socialism is kind of the same thing geopolitically.
Yeah.
Well, economically.
So they don't listen, do they? They just
well, the whole idea
wave everything
is that,
away.
Look, fascists are corporatists. They just believe that the private sector should essentially absorb the entire resources of the state and of private business. So you have the same thing in essence from what the socialists want. The socialists want government-controlled everything, the means of production collected by the people also being in government.
Yeah.
So if we take it that the end result is just the state or the private sector owning everything, it's the exact identical thing.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I'm live. So if viewers are watching, they're hearing your. I suppose a lot of viewers probably recognise you from Speaker's Corner.
Yeah.
Where you're fighting the good fight, spreading the message out there.
Yeah, of course. And of course, my religious identity kind of has some political ones as well. Like, of course, like if I can't be a Christian and believe in abortion, I can't be a Christian and believe in certain gender identity disorders. So
I love what you're doing. Like you are the future, aren't you? So you know we got the Speaker Bob, and now you are the next generation.
Oh no.
So are you not? You see me.
Good job. I enjoy watching you anyway, especially in Speaker's Corner.
Yeah. I enjoy it myself, but sometimes there needs to be restraint. What's going on here?
That's the lefties turning up.
Well,
so
I wanted to have a civil dialogue with them.
Let's go show you viewers. We've got the left are over there getting busy. I'm going to get too close. I'll get close with my other camera. There they are. Hi, Lieutenant. Welcome to the live. If anyone can let me know how the stream quality is and the sound quality, whether it needs to be up or down, or if there's any buffering, that would be handy. So still making sure my streams are perfect. I think the last one went well though. Apparently I didn't have any issues and the sound was good, so hopefully it is again today. Different area, but I should have a good connection. Here we go, we can zoom in. So that apparently is the left counter-protesters turning up and causing mayhem. I'm going to get over there and have a look myself. So yeah, I'm leaving that rolling, the camera, but of course I've got the mic on me so you can still hear me. And, apparently Charlie Veach is causing a ruckus, which will be interesting. Let's see if we can get a better view. What are they doing? They're kicking off already.
Yeah, Charlie's winding them up as always. It's hard to see. It's about the same size as me. Leave him to it! Come on, fuck him!
Leave him to it!
So they stuck up your kids.
He don't come say welcome here.
Fucking support him with the fucking rest. No rest, Bailey Stone!
Who knows? Who knows?
We tried, everybody. We tried to have a normal discussion with them, but as you can see, they never want to talk. They just want to shout.
That's all they do.
They came up and started putting stuff in our face.
I know you want to get into it.
There we go, a bit lively over here, guys.
That's a bit of a drive, isn't it?
Obviously, for the close-up action, I'll be putting that in a separate video because I'm doing it on my action cam, getting in the thick of it. But yeah, no, they're all kicking off already. No pushing and shoving just yet, but I'm sure they will eventually.
That's it there, yeah, that's it. It's act like a commie. Yeah. Let me get some shots up here, one second.
They're not being
It's illegal in this country. No. So they only.
where's my phone?
Where's who gone?
Charlie's got the right.
Let's leave them to it.
Yeah, you expecting more than that.
Let them shout and be angry. Hello, Alco Holiday, and welcome to the stream. Yeah, people are protesting about you know, the grooming gangs and the children suffering, and they still turn out and counter-protest. I mean, how sick must you be to counter-protest a demo about saving the kids and looking after the kids? It's ridiculous. But that's what I always say, you know, the left, they're warp-minded. They're, you know, they'll never change. They're wrong uns, simple as that. Absolute wrong uns. Oh look, one gen getting up there in the action, getting a... There we go, let me zoom in. There's one gen taking prime position, getting some action. He's no doubt there winding them up, he always does. You got James Harvey and Sidney Jones there as well. Yeah, I was just there with my camera extended trying to get some footage, but that's Dave for you. He'll get right in the thick of it. He'll get up there, get the best shot. He don't care. But it's good though. It's going to make some good video footage. Hello mate, how you doing, Alan? I'm good, you? Yeah, nice to see you again. Yeah. Left a kick enough.
Yeah, but it's what annoys me is that it's almost like they're asking for trouble by putting them there and allowing them to be there.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, this is it. I mean, you know.
All right.
There shouldn't even be a partisan issue. I don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, how can they counter-protest against this?
It's kind of very much confusing.
Yeah, give you a quick look around, show you what's going on. Fair few people turning up. Still got a little while to go. There's not many here yet, but we're hoping it gets busier. It's been promoted long enough for quite a while. So that's Alan there. I think he's gonna be speaking as well. The survivor himself. And then of course the left being kept back over there. So
off our street! 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 Off our street!
Tycan Jago, Baldy Veach, yeah. Veach is here, he's been here a while. But he went straight into the left crowd and started giving it some as he does. So I'm sure his video is going to be entertaining when he puts it out. That's Veach for you. It's unfortunate to hear that alcohol holiday. Yeah, no, sometimes you just do feel wiped out, don't you? So that's all good as long as the stream's good, as long as there's no buffering and the sound is clear. If it's not, just let me know and I'll try and sort it. So yeah, cheers everyone for coming in so far. Please hit the like button and share this as well so more people can join.
Pedo scum! Off our street! 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 Scumbags! Scumbags!
See, I would have gone over there with my camera, but I've got it set up at the front for when the speakers do all their speeches, so I don't want to move just in case I lose the space. But
Pedo scum!
yeah.
Pedo scum! Pedo scum! Pedo scum!
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of looks as if they're, you know, Dave and that a kettle there because you got the police there keeping the left on the right, and then you got another row of police there at the front, stopping anyone else going to them. So at the moment, One Gen Media is kettled.
What do you think is Stormer?
Do you know what? I tried a cold shower once and I couldn't do it again. It's just pure pain, cold showers.
You can never trust a lefty.
Never trust a lefty. Never trust a lefty with your kids.
One more time. You can never trust a lefty with your kids. Yeehaw. You can never trust a lefty with your kids. You can never trust a lefty. Never trust a lefty. Never trust
Love
a
it.
lefty with your kids. Amen. Christ is King.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Yeah, I'm just reading up the comments there where you said nice zooming. But that's the thing, when I did a live stream test with my old phone, it was absolutely crap. So I went out and I got the brand new latest top end iPhone so I could get hopefully the best picture. Plus it's got a great zoom from what I heard, so you can zoom right into their faces and yeah, seems to be working well enough. It's about as far as I can zoom. At least Dave's back this way now, so he's not kettled.
Coming scum off our streets. 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 Off our streets.
Yeah, to be fair, start with a hot shower. That kind of works because I've done that before in the summer. Because you have a shower in the summer and you come out and you just sweat in buckets. It defeats the purpose. So I do turn the water to a bit cooler to finish off my showers, especially in the hot weather. Yes, James Harvey centre cam there. People know James Harvey. So let's have a look around again. We've got a few more people in and about. A few banners, a few signs. There's one, Jen. There's Dave.
You didn't want to come over to the left side?
I did. I came over for a bit, yeah. But I didn't want to lose the spot either. So yeah, more people gathering, getting a bit busier. Let's keep this aimed at the left because you know what they're like. They'll start kicking off. At least they'll be ready to spot it. Yeah, what's the time now? Let's have a check. So it's 18 minutes past 1. So we've still got 42 minutes before the main event gets started. 2 o'clock kickoff for speakers. And they're going to be speaking here in front of the Queen Victoria Queen Victoria statue. A nice setting for the speakers. Let's give it a wider shot. See more of the people then.
Well, my daddy left home when I was 3 and he didn't leave me.
Oh, here comes the copyright.
Now, I don't blame him because he running hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he wasn't named no suit. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke and it got a lot of laughs and lots of fun. Soon I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I kiss me, and some guy laughed and I was busting head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a woman who's seen. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up clean. My fist got hard and my wrist got clean. Rolled from town to town, I had my shame. But I leave me a power to the moon and stars. I'd search the whole time.
Look at all them pigeons.
Until that man cleared that off the way. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, just in town and the throat was dry. I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew.
So yeah, I suppose people might be familiar with the location, being what's known as Cracky Gardens, Piccadilly Gardens, often featured on Charlie Veitch's videos. So I've watched his videos so much, I already feel like I know the place, which is kind of good. So I don't feel too out of my comfort zone.
We're doing the worst of things. Can't be
Could be a better wall. I would do a wall so much better than these people. Manchester's unlike anything I've seen in terms of protesting.
Sorry?
In terms of all the cities I've been to the debate, Manchester's one of the ones that responds in droves.
Does it?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
in London, you can do a lot of stuff before people like that start responding.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by response to the left?
Yeah, like liberalism and Islam, and I know typically a lot of conservatives say it artificially, it's the unholy alliance. But generally, it is true in Manchester.
Yeah.
It's also true because I think London is quite distant in terms of its protesting.
Yeah.
You could be protesting one thing in one area of London and be completely unaware of what's happening in another.
Yeah, that's what you see. I mean, this is the first time I've come to Manchester.
Me too.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's nice.
Like Birmingham,
But I
was
was
just I remember I was at the Reform conference in Birmingham and they were just as bad.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to be here. Though. I mean, it's time. You know, we got to come turn out for these sort of events as well.
I really do need. I really do need a way in with these people that I want to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
Get me a disguise or something.
That's me. Same as me. Going to these events and showing the public, showing the people that can't make it. That's my passion. But yeah, no, it's all good.
Damn, these people are crazy, man.
I mean, their crowd is actually growing quite big. I'd say the left have more of a crowd than we've got going on. Anyway, that was Young Bob, that people know from Speaker's Corner. I think Lieutenant knows him. I don't watch a lot of Speaker's Corner, but I do turn it on sometimes and I give him a listen if he's speaking. So as you can see, the left is still going. I'll try and lift the camera so you can have a better view. There we go. So, yeah, a better look at how many of them are actually turning up. I mean, they're over there screaming about refugees are welcome here. Well, this isn't about refugees. This is about saving the kids, stopping the grooming gangs. So they've got it all wrong. Like I say, they're warped-minded, the great unwashed, the filthy left. Some minds will never be, fixed. Not even faith can save them. So. Good to see you.
How's the campaign?
I remember I was at the For the Children when you did your speech there as well. Yeah.
How's it going?
So recording it
I'm
all.
in the lead by the looks of it on there, and if I pull this off, it'll be a masterstroke. I tell you, I'm up against all the political parties, and I'm the only independent.
Yeah.
So I'm actually bound by Purdah, so I'm kind of struggling on what to say.
Are you speaking again today?
Yeah. I won't be going that in depth though this time because of Purdah.
Yeah.
I've got to be careful.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't believe it.
Just give it a great rest.
The back and forth with the left. It's quite funny.
What time is it now? Oh, it's
Still quite early. Still 35 minutes. Yeah. So now everyone can just enjoy the left, being idiots.
Well, it annoys me that I can't do anything right now. I've got ADHD in that way. If I see someone I know that I can talk to, I want to.
I get that. I know where you're coming from. So you can see these lefties, they've grown a bit because they're all over the right side of the statue now as well. There you go. You can have a look at them for a while. Watch them shame themselves. Yeah. So. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Lieutenant. They are. They're always saying that, you know, the far right are violent and everything else. Well, they're not. It's the left that are. They're always the ones kicking off, pushing and shoving, and coming out to counter-protest, saving children. So, yeah, let's zoom back off of them. Don't want to stay on them too much because they've got kids. I mean, the fact that they're actually bringing kids into it as well is kind of ridiculous. So, you know, we're here to save the kids and they're bringing kids counter-protesting it. Yeah, mate. Yeah, it's cool.
Can you hear the fashion say? I can't hear a fucking thing. Can you hear the fashion say? I can't hear a fucking thing. Can you hear the fashion say? I can't hear a fucking thing. Can you?
James Harvey getting in there with the chance. I'm at the St George's Day in Whitehall. Anyone pushes me, they're going to regret it. Good on you. Good on you. Say you should say it. Don't let no one push you around. Shame I couldn't go to that one because this was on the same day. So I think this is quite an important topic to gather about. I think Bricklayer is hosting that one in London, in Whitehall, isn't he? There's a lot of bad press going on about him at the moment, all over X, etc. I don't know how much of it is true, but yeah, there's a lot of bad press going about. Well, they're saying that the last United Kingdom march she kicked off, called one of the women stewards for filthy names, and other stuff. There's a few videos come out on YouTube recently. There was one yesterday that was. I mean, I'm not going to go into it. If anyone wants to research it, have a look. But yeah, it's got a lot of bad press going about, which is a shame because I like the bricklayer. I always did. I think he's passionate, and originally it was him. A lot of what he said that got me into supporting UKIP. So I mean, I'm taking no sides. I'll be a neutral on that one.
You can never trust a lefty with your kids. You can never trust a lefty with your kids. You can never trust a lefty. Never trust a lefty.
Never trust a lefty with your kids.
You can never trust a lefty with your kids. You can never trust a lefty with your kids. You can never trust a lefty. Never trust a lefty. Never trust a lefty with your kids.
Give as good as you get.
What do you think of lefties? What do you think of shit? Fight it!
Yeah, keep liking and sharing, everyone, please. Let's get some more people in here. I think it's why the police shouting? Is it kicking off again? Oh yeah, there's some, I think, well-known lefty woman's turned up over there. The one with the red hair, I think. Yeah, she's apparently a well-known antagonist. She's been escorted away for now. So there's some more left antagonists over there. That's Marty Blagwood getting the action footage. I think that was the police escorting more people away. Again, it's always the left kicking off. Hello, Nick.
Hello, mate.
How are you?
Doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, good. Nice
Good
to
to
see you,
you.
pal.
Nice to see you too.
Hello, mate.
Always a pleasure. Hello, mate. How are you?
This is brilliant. Have you been? Hello, mate.
Oh, the left to be kicking off.
One of theirs has been nicked already.
Oh, really? They are very silly people.
Here he is, the Italian stallion.
So just so your viewers can see what we're just talking to Nick there. Nick's turned up. So There we go. We have Nick Tenconi.
To get to her level, we've got to not get to that.
Yeah, Nick will certainly give it some back later when he's on the mic, I'm guessing.
Hey, Sarah's just been fun. No, I saw it. I watched it. Front load.
One of those well-known left antagonists started kicking off.
Can you undo that? Goes that way. This way.
So I keep saying, why, you know, why?
You broke it then.
Oh no.
Fucking.
The whole thing.
Look at the fucking state of you. Look at the fucking state of you.
Too right.
Seriously, mate, you really think. There's a reason why you
If anyone wonders what state of someone looks like that he's referring to, let's zoom in. I think he's pretty right. He's pretty right in what he was saying there. Look at the state of that. Look at the state of it.
She was sexually abused as a 5-year-old girl. Right? We've just arrested her mother. We've arrested her mother for allegedly pushing one of those activists to go
Yeah.
They've arrested her.
But then they're always like that, the left. The state of the left are always terrible. Let's put it back on Tenconi there, mingling with the crowd.
They were arrested the mother of a child abuse survivor. Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
She's here. She said, come here.
Hello, Roman. Welcome to the stream.
Can I leave that there? Yeah.
I've got to be honest though, they've got a much bigger crowd than us, the counter protest, which is absolutely, it's ridiculous. I mean, I know there's still a little bit of time to go before 2 p.m, but most people would have turned up by now with 20 minutes to go. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
One of them wants to make the mind up. Sounds right.
Hold your ears. I mean, to be honest, I'd say there's only about 50 people so far turned up for us. Alright. Maybe 50, 60. At least 100 of them. Just show that the country's got it all wrong, you know. More people should be turning out for this. Right. Everyone's cheering. Let's go back to the left. Let's go back to the great unwashed. Yeah.
He's gone over there to shout at him.
Has he?
I can't see him.
Oh, he's behind the statue, isn't he?
Yeah, Doug. Drop it off.
I swear I just got shat on my head by a bird. Maybe not, felt like it. I was getting chased by a wasp though, which wasn't great. Yeah, we can't see Nick at the moment. He's behind the statue, shouting at the left. And,
Tommy Robinson. Oh, Tommy. Tommy Robinson.
yeah, I knew Nick would get in there and give it some. Apparently, if you double tap the screen, if you're on a mobile, that is what hits the like button. I only found it out myself a couple of weeks ago. Test it, guys, test it.
Oh my god, this one's in it.
Police making a move over there. Must be something going on. It's like police are having a word. Police having a word with security.
I'll have a little play around. Feels like there's a first big fight around there. You ain't got anything to hold that, have you?
No, I did think when I saw yours break, but I haven't got a spare.
And I didn't bring a spare one.
What about that way? Go in that way.
You go that way.
Right.
They go that way, but Facebook won't do it that way.
Chopped a piece.
Like, can you hold it on inside then? Do you know what I mean? If you held it sideways.
Yeah, but I'm speaking.
Sorry, mate, you're just in the way there of the camera.
Forgot you were there, my bad.
That's right.
Are you going to film it all?
Yeah.
Will you be able to send a copy?
It's live stream, so it'll be up on my channel.
Will you be able to send me a link or?
Yeah.
Do you know how to do it?
Yeah.
How can you do it? Or can you can't send it to my Facebook, can you? And I'll just say give you the credit. And I'll share it everywhere, and so you get the credits. Right,
Yeah.
so that's
I mean, it's live streaming, so
right. So
if you go on my channel on YouTube,
see if I do it 24 hours. So
oh, can't you?
right, so what I'll do it. Well, it's there, isn't it?
Oh, you're not subscribed.
I know.
There we go, I'll do it for you.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
No, that's fine. So yeah, this is live now.
Right. Is there any way I can share that?
Yeah.
Can I share it on Facebook? On my Facebook profile?
If we go on it, turn the chat off, press share, and then share it to your...
It'll stay on share, won't it?
Yeah.
I'll post it on mine, and then later on I'll add it to all my channels.
That's fine.
Because we've got about 50.
Have you?
Yeah, well, 50 groups.
Yeah, oh yeah,
So
yeah.
it gives you a bit of recognition.
Nice, thank you, yeah.
And I'll give you a up as well.
A lot of people do rewatch them or watch them back.
I might film the other camera on normal camera load, and just when I go up to speak, leave it here at the front, just so it picks it up.
I have to ask my brother. I think he's got a small spare one, but I don't know where he is at the moment. Oh, he's there. I'll ask. David, have you got your spare phone holder? Because he's...
I broke my thing, I wanted to go long ways. But I can share yours anyway, can't I?
Sorry?
It's shared now anyway.
Yeah, it should be, yeah.
People can go on and watch that.
Like if you go on your Facebook, it should be shared. That's just Alan Merritt sharing the live there. He'll be making a speech as well. Oh, is that the one in the grey hoodie that you were talking about? Yeah, he's always security. Did you lend it to him? Did you lend it to him, yeah?
Doesn't work, doesn't go a long way. I keep losing my spot at the front, so I'm just floating around now.
I thought you liked being off to the side.
Channels, by the way, just so I can follow it.
One Generation Media.
YouTube or
Testing. Right, how is everyone today? Thank you everyone for coming up here to Manchester. Thank you for the locals for coming along to stand up for our children.
Here we go,
First
guys.
of all, before we start, I would like to say a huge thank you to Ben, Chris, Sam, and all the team at Patriots of Britain for putting this event on. So give me a round of applause for them, guys. I stand here as we stood 4 years ago, and we have the same message. We are here for one reason and one reason only, and that is to protect our children. I am however saddened to say that 4 years on from the first Unite the Children protest,
what channel were you
don't
from?
have justice for our boys
I'm
and
sure I heard it
girls.
earlier and I was like, I recognise that.
It's because politicians are scared of upsetting
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
communities by denying people justice. We'd say enough
See, my
is
channel's
enough.
Real British Media.
As you may see, we have some lovely guests here.
You'll have seen me on Twitter.
The blue-haired
Yeah, I definitely have.
And I asked, how many paedophiles?
That's what I mean, I heard it earlier and I was like, yeah, I definitely know who that
because
is.
people like this shouted racist and Nazi and stopped the perpetrators getting assaulted and getting arrested. These people enable paedophilia across Britain as they are the cover that allows the groomers to hide in. The police are no better. What we see here today is another example of two-tier policing. We were told the left wing would not be allowed anywhere near the stage to intimidate survivors of child abuse. But here they are. When people get arrested, do they get arrested for attacking people? No. The police are scared of them, which makes the police complicit. It's a real shame. It is an absolute real shame. But I do thank everyone for coming here today. It's such an important event. It gives survivors of child abuse a chance to tell their story in a positive environment. Without them. And we also have some fantastic politicians here today who are going to say what they can do to fix Britain. So without further ado, I would like to announce our first speaker, Billy Howarth from Parents Against Grooming, a fantastic local man. Let's hear it for Billy, everyone!
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you for you guys that took the time out to come here today and stand for your kids, stand for everyone. Again, thank you for coming and standing for your kids. Nearly fell then. Because others won't. If we don't do it, this is what's left. An absolute disgrace. Now, I find myself in a peculiar position today. I'm normally the one with the biggest mouth on this stage. But as it stands, I'm bound by what's called murder. I'm in an election, I'm in a by-election, and I've got to be careful what I say. But you know what? Fuck them, fuck murder. I will speak up for our kids whenever I need to. It doesn't matter. They can take it away from me, I don't care. I will never stop speaking about our children and trying to protect our children. I'm making a stand in Rochdale in a by-election because I want to make it safer for Rochdale's children. I want to go further than that, ladies and gentlemen, and this is going to be a quick speech from me today. Not only do I want to make it safer in my town of Rochdale, but everywhere else in the UK, and that's why this week I've joined Rupert Law's inquiry as a member of the panel. I will be going to the Rupert Law inquiry and I'll be giving them all the evidence I've shared with every one of you over the last 20 years. I'll be sharing that with the inquiry. It's going, it's time. We can't stand this no more. I can't bear to keep watching these children suffer time and time again. Guys, don't worry about these. Yeah? If you get too close, they'll catch at you. Don't go anywhere near them. Stay away from them. They're not worthy of your time. What's worthy of your time, guys, and I've got to point this out, is the speakers who stand before you here today. What I've seen at the last couple of demos is they're speaking to people's backs because they're too busy arguing with these. It's unacceptable. We can't do it. We've got to give them their undivided attention. Believe you and me, it's not easy to stand up here. It really is not. And for a survivor like myself, yes, I am a survivor of abuse. For a survivor like myself, it's one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. I stood here with Jack 4 years ago. I was with him then when we stood here 4 years ago, and we're still fighting the same fight now. We've got to keep fighting because it's not going to go away. Because the people like that won't allow it. These will make sure it gets buried. We can't bury it. We've got to keep fighting. So thank you for your time, guys. God bless you. God bless our children.
Right, guys. Thank you very much, guys. Let's hear for Billy again. Up next, we have another politician. Many of you know him already, I'm sure. It's Nick Tanconi, the leader of UKIP.
Come on, Nick.
For those who say that this campaign isn't about politics, you are wrong. This is as political as it gets. UKIP will establish a national inquiry with full powers to compel testimony from politicians, public servants, school teachers, police and social workers involved in the cover-ups. Anyone found guilty of deliberately covering up the grooming gang, paedophile, rape gangs, or involved in the cowardice will face the most extreme of punishment.
Yes.
UKIP will provide lifetime trauma support for victims of grooming gangs, funded through the seizure of offender assets and penalties imposed on complicit authorities. UKIP will make it illegal for media outlets to censor the ethnicity and religious backgrounds of grooming gangs where it is relevant to understanding patterns of abuse. Ladies and gentlemen, put me in power and I will begin mass deportations.
That's what the people want.
Put me in power and I will mass deport every single Pakistani rape, paedophile, grooming gang, mafia criminal. Put me in power and I will mass deport every single family member of the Pakistani rape, grooming gang, mafia. Put me in power and I will mass deport every single Pakistani community member and imam involved in the cover-up of rape and abuse. Put me in power and I will send home all those here who subscribe to a murderous, bigoted, backwards and evil mindset which causes them to commit the most heinous of crimes. Put me in power and I will offer the British people a referendum on the death penalty to ensure those who interfere with children get their necks stretched.
Yes.
Put me in power and I will personally hold to account and advocate for the most extreme punishment for ordained clergy who dare interfere with children. Patriots, put me in power and I will deliver justice for the girls and the boys who have had their lives ripped apart by monsters. The NSPCC's latest stats suggest that 1 in 4 in Britain will now be subjected to some form of sexual abuse. Under my government, that means a direct order will be given to every chief of police that they are to put detaining and bringing to justice every single criminal choosing to interfere with children.
Yeah, go on, Dick.
Put me in charge and I will reinstate Christian justice back into the heart of government. I will reinstate all historic grooming gang cases from 1997 onwards and place local authorities and police under investigation where there is evidence of cover-up, cowardice or criminal neglect. UKIP will abolish the Crown Prosecution Service. We will abolish the CPS for failing victims, and we will restore prosecutorial powers to police departments with community oversight. UKIP will mandate a minimum 25-year prison sentence for the grooming and rape of minors. UKIP will end automatic parole for sex offenders and implement full-term sentencing. We will enforce sex offender register for life with public notification for repeat and high-risk offenders. We will ban religious or cultural mitigation in sentencing. Justice will become blind to race and religion. We will deport community elders and religious leaders who provided cover or discouraged victims from coming forward. We will rebuild local police stations, ensuring community-rooted policing that prioritises the protection of our children. You don't get what you wish for, citizens. You get what you fight for. These people behind me are not only terrorist sympathisers, they are paedophile sympathisers. They stand with the monsters. The left and the communists are here to call us racists, Nazis, bigots. They don't want us understanding who was part of the grooming, raping, paedophile Pakistani mafia. They are here to attempt to silence us. They are here to attempt to bully us. Their protest against us is our desire to go to source, to understand the demographics, the reason behind the paedophile, rape, grooming, gang, mafia that was so predominantly within the Pakistani community. Their protest, ladies and gentlemen, is against our desire to go to source on some of the most heinous crimes of Britain's shame. Number one, they were in fact Pakistani paedophile rapists. The police refused to go into colonised no-go zones, not because they were frightened of physical harm, but that they were frightened of being called racists. We are talking about immigrants, and that does mean demographics, that does mean religion, but the left are here to call us racists. They're here to silence us. It is beyond words how disgusting and insidious these communists in Britain are. To them, I say, let me be as frank as I can. The communists refuse fairness. The communists refuse logic. They refuse truth and reason. Therefore, I say we show them no mercy, no diplomacy, and no surrender. Ladies and gentlemen, there are activists here today who have dedicated their lives on this campaign. When I say we're taking our country back, I mean it. And when I say we're taking our country back, I mean we're going to get justice for the boys and the girls as a #1 priority. And we are going to send those in Britain who do not deserve to be here. We are going to send them home, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Give us a like. Hit that like button for Nick, everyone.
Well, guys, let's hear it again for Nick 10 Cooney. Up next, we have another fantastic speaker, another great local campaigner from Oldham. We have Roger Mia, MBE. Let's hear it for Roger, everyone.
Roger Mia coming on. MBE.
Right, last minute change, everyone. Apologies. We have another great local campaigner, also another great local politician, and we have Nick Buckley, MBE. Let's hear it for Nick, everyone.
Brilliant, brilliant speaker.
I'm the leader of UKIP. It's a turning point demo, but Unite for the Children guys have been working at it for
Testing.
Nick
Come on, everybody,
Buckley.
let's start with the obvious. There's only two types of people here today. People for paedophilia and people against paedophilia. Who are you? You're against paedophilia. That's why we're here today. It's got nothing to do with anything else here. It's not about politics, it's not about political parties, it's not about opinions,
Ryan
it's
trying
not
to steam the limelight there.
solutions. Today is just about us saying we're against paedophilia. Can you imagine a couple of years ago thinking, I have to say that on stage today in front of an audience and I have to announce that I'm against paedophilia? But that's how far this country has fallen. That's how far we have fallen as a nation. And it's easy to blame other people, it's easy to blame the idiots stood at the back of us, but we've all got to take personal responsibility for the state of our country, because we all could have done more. We all could have spoken up sooner, we all could have spoken up louder, we all could have got into our MP and done something. And many of us did things, but we all could have done more. Now, I'm here today to talk about the next step from this journey. The people who've been fighting this for years now, like Billy, like Roger, other people are fighting this for years.
Hello, Terry.
They've got us to this point now. They've got us to a point where no politician in the country can ignore that anymore now. No one ever talks about this being a conspiracy theory anymore now. It's been mentioned in Parliament and they've used the term Pakistani grooming gangs in Parliament. It's not a conspiracy, it's not a far-right conspiracy. This is facts now. But what do we do with the facts? Do we carry on coming out here a couple of times a year, shouting, giving speeches, slapping each other on the back that we've done our bit? Because nothing's changing yet. We've kept this alive, and well done for everybody who's kept this alive, because that was the hard part. It was silence for decades. This has been going on since the 1970s, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
1970s. I first heard about this sort of stuff when I was a kid, from girls that I knew when I was a child in South Manchester. It's been going on for 40, 50 years. And most of that time we weren't allowed to talk about or discuss it, but we can now. So how do we end it? Because that's the important bit.
Yeah, someone just pointed out how we're kettled in by the police.
And how do we
It's
ensure
interesting,
we
probably because
hold
we're a
the
smaller crowd.
politicians who did it and covered it up to account.
It's just a
They're the
numbers
two
game.
things I want.
From what I know
We
from
can
the
deal
past,
with
it's
the
the same
pedos,
thing.
we'll send them to jail.
There's
You
no
know,
Christian
that's
or
being
Muslim
done now. Whether or not
discrimination
it's
at
still
the top. It's
continue,
a
that's
popular
being done.
game.
But the two important things is how do we stop it? Because every survivor I've worked with and I've spoken to, and I've asked them, what do you want us to achieve? What do you want? And they always say, Nick, I'd rather I wasn't a victim in the first place. That's what I would like, not to have been a victim in the first place. But we can't do that. We haven't got a time machine. So the next best thing is to make sure no one else is a victim. And the only way we achieve that is making sure that politicians understand that we're not going to accept it anymore. And what do politicians want? I'm a wannabe politician. I'll tell you what politicians want. Politicians want your votes. Politicians want to be elected. Politicians want to get elected again. That's all they want. I've spoken to prime ministers and civil servants all the way down to local councillors. Most of them don't believe in the policies they're pushing. It's just a job to them. If you work in Tesco's, you might not like what they sell, but you still sell it because that's your job. And the politician's job is to sell the policies of the government. Most of them don't believe what they're saying because all they care about is votes. All they care about is climbing that greasy pole. A councillor wants to become an MP, an MP wants to become a minister wants to become prime minister. A prime minister wants to run the WEF when he retires and become a billionaire, just like Tony Blair managed to do. So that's all they want to do. We need to ensure that when they hear about what we've said here today and they want your votes, we need to make sure that they go, I need to start doing what you want us to do. Now forget about Labour. Labour are unsavable. So don't worry about Labour. Labour will do nothing in power. Because the reason why they won't do anything in power is because this one issue has the potential to destroy the Labour Party forever. Because once we find out local councillors were raping children, once we find out that local councillors knew what was going on and covered it up, once we find out Labour MPs knew what was going on in their area and turned a blind eye, once we realised Labour ministers knew what was going on and told the police, don't investigate, once all that comes out, and it will come out eventually, but once it comes out, that could be the end of the Labour Party. I don't mean the end of the government, I mean the end of a political party called Labour. Now the Tories are almost as bad. The Tories helped cover it up. Not as much as Labour, but Tories covered it up because they knew some of their councillors were probably involved. They knew some of their MPs turned a blind eye. But the Tory party is going to change, so maybe they will see the light. If we can convince them that that's how they may get votes again. And I would never vote for the Tory party again, but then that was down over 14 years. But we have other parties out there, you know, smaller parties who may make an impact. And even if they don't make an impact, if we're giving them our votes, the bigger parties will notice and know, I want those votes, so I will do what they're saying because I might get your vote. Our democracy is not perfect, and it is failing at the moment, but it's the only game in town. Because what's the alternative? Violence on the streets? And do we think violence on the streets will change anything? We can't beat the state. It's too big, it's too powerful. Last year, they let prisoners out of jails to lock up people who tweeted nasty things online. So they will hammer us again if we turn to violence. We need to use the only game in town, which is our vote. And it may take several years because Labour's going to be in for several years now. But what comes after that? As long as they're better than Labour, that's a step in the right direction. And maybe they won't be perfect, but what comes after that? This is a war, this is a marathon, this isn't a sprint. If we think we're going to change our political system and get rid of some of these pedo apologists in our councils and in our parliament, it's going to take years. It's a fight worth having. If this is that fight worth having to protect our children from being raped, and it's not just Muslim Pakistani gangs, it's a Church of England, it's BBC News presenters. I've had paedophiles arrested, I've had paedophiles prosecuted, and they were all white people. This isn't for me about Pakistani Muslims. It's about protecting our children. And if we can't protect our children, then what good are we? We might as well give up now if we don't protect our children. And it's on all of us. It's on all of us to take personal responsibility. It's on all of us to do a tiny, tiny bit more than we're doing today. And you as an individual won't change anything. There's 17 million of us. There's 17 million people in this country that despise paedophilia. And if we all did a little bit and you add that up, that's a tsunami of change. Governments have fallen across Eastern Europe for less than this. Governments fall across the world less than this. So we can make this government fall. We can ensure the government starts serving the people and stop serving themselves. But we have to do it. So take heart. This background is half one. A couple of years ago, we were lunatics, we were conspiracy theorists, we were racist. We're not any of those things now. The world knows we're right. It's all over the world about how our children were gang raped. So let's be better English men, let's be better English women, let's be better parents, let's be better citizens, and let's make sure the end of raping our children starts coming very, very soon. And a jail to the ones who cover it up and allow it to happen. Keep your chin up, keep fighting. Well done, thank you.
Thank you very much, Nick. Let's hear it again from Nick Buckley, MBE.
Please can I ask everyone watching to hit that like button
Right,
and share the...
That's a message for the left, so if you do pause for 2 seconds.
Like and share, like and
We
share.
have a mother whose daughter was abused by grooming gangs up next. Will you show her the respect and be quiet for her speech?
No respect the left.
There we go.
None.
All right, up next we have a fantastic campaigner again, a lady who's really pushed to hold the grooming gangs to account and get justice for the girls. Let's hear it for Debbie Barrett-Cole, everyone!
He asked them to quieten down, so, you know, in respect to these speakers, they start going louder.
I know.
Like, how messed up can you
What do
possibly
they
be?
do? Support pedos? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
There's
many more of them
than
us. There's many pedos over there.
There's many pedos over there.
A few people in the way at the moment, which is unfortunate, but
Good afternoon, Manchester. Hope you're all well. Thanks for coming today.
we'll just have to lift it up
I
a
wanted
bit.
to talk to you about, and mainly it's about what happens at your council, what happens with your politicians, and what you can do about it. I'll give you a brief description of what happened to me. I know many of you know what happened to me. I went up to the council to try and hold them to account regarding grooming gangs in Oldham. What resulted in that was me. The police was brought in, they tried to arrest me, but they couldn't arrest me because I was behaving. So they decided to walk out the council, abandon the meeting 3 times, and then they decided to just ignore me, so I heckled them. When I heckled them, I exposed quite a lot that I'd seen online. A lot of the stuff that I did see was from a man called Rajamir, and he's here somewhere. I don't know where he is, but he's here somewhere. Rajamir exposed quite. Oh, he's there. Rajamir exposed quite a lot. And if you've all got your phones, if you can get your phone out, everybody get your phones out. And I want you to go on to, just go into Google search and type in Reticent 9. If you don't follow Reticent 9, you need to, because that is Rajamir's site, and he will give you quite a lot of information. There's also another website that I would like you to follow on your phones, and that's called #DayMove. And that is from Maggie Oliver. And Maggie Oliver is trying to raise funds to actually take these people to account. They are trying to hold them to account. She's getting barristers, solicitors, and she's going after the politicians, the chief inspectors. She's going after the social workers. They are the people that we need to go for. We've got all the information on them and we need to keep on at them about it. What happened with me is a bit of a bittersweet because I had to move out of Oldham. I was Oldham born all my life. But I had to flee because there was a man called Mohammed Imran Ali, i.e. Irish Jimmy, who decided to share my face, my home, my name into 18 Islamic groups, calling me a far-right racist. Mohammed Imran Ali, i.e. Irish Jimmy, is best mates, possibly husband and wife, with Aroosh Shah, who's the leader of Oldham Council Labour at the moment. And he is often seen walking through the corridors of the Oldham Council. So Oldham Council can't be trusted. I also went and confronted Andy Burnham, the Mayor and Police and Crime Commissioner of Greater Manchester. I went personally with documentation to give to him. He didn't know I was going and he didn't want to take the information because he knew what information I was giving him. He didn't want the world to see. But that information is now out there. If there's anything I can say to you to encourage you more than anything is go out and vote. That is the most important thing because right now that's the only thing we've got to get them out. Until Maggie can get them in court, until Rajamir can do more exposure, we need to be supporting these people more than anybody.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Yep. Show Steve some love. Hit that like. Hit those hearts.
Well, Jim McMahon and Sean Fielding, well, Sean Fielding, who was the leader of Oldham Council at the time, stood in the council chambers and said that grooming gangs and child sexual exploitation in Oldham is bare-faced lies.
Rubbish.
That it don't happen.
Still happening.
But I've had survivors contacting me personally. Many survivors contacting me and I have helped them and guided them to the support that they need. So I just wanted to give a quick talk today to just say, please, if you can, hashtag They Knew. Please get that up on your phones and support Maggie Oliver. Anything you can, even if it's just £1, just donate £1 because she needs the money. Likewise, Rajamir, support him, buy him a coffee and make sure you tune into his podcasts on Sunday evenings on YouTube. As for me, Irish Jimmy might have run me out of Oldham, but I'm living in a beautiful place now. I've got a beautiful home. I'm 20 minutes from the seaside, and I absolutely love it. So, do you know when they say everything happens for a reason? I've now got a beautiful home. I've got a lovely life, and I'm happy. And do you know what? I can come to Manchester and Oldham whenever I want to. So they can, excuse my language, they can all fuck off.
That was Debbie Barricade. Everyone, let's hear it go for Debbie! Right guys, if I could just avert everyone's attention to my right, your left over there. You can see that left-wing activists have come round to antagonise our protest. And have the police removed them, like they pushed our people back. And what are the police doing? Oh, the police are protecting them. We've already flagged it to the police and asked for them to be removed. But did the police remove them? No. Once again, we see two-tier policing. Shame on you!
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 But right guys, again, we have another amazing local speaker, someone who's really campaigned for justice for girls in Oldham and actually has really shifted the needle. So this is a great man here. We have Rajamir MBE!
told I speak too quietly, and my friend Lynn over there said, make sure you speak louder. So I'll try my best, but if you can't hear me, just let me know and I'll stop.
Got to speak louder than the left.
When I first came here today, and the
drama
crowd
student,
behind were
less
shouting Nazis off our street,
loud voice. That's why I started.
I remember seeing a SWAT sticker for the first time. It was painted on my front door. I was 4 years old. My dad ushered me away and sent me off to school. I had no idea what it was. And I came back at lunchtime, and I remember, and it was a generation of men who wore a suit no matter what, wore a tie no matter what. And one of my neighbours, a white gentleman, had his sleeves rolled up, and my dad, and they were both stripping the door, getting rid of the paint, and painting the door again. And that's the world I grew up in. I grew up in a world where I grew up alongside white working class people, and they raised me. And as far as I'm concerned, I did not care what your background is. Right is right, wrong is wrong, and we are fighting an evil here. This isn't just wrong, we are fighting an evil here. I was first told about this, and it is shame on me. When I was first told about this, I did not believe it. So they are right to shout shame on me, because it was shame on me. I spent the best part of 20 years of my life believing I was doing the right thing serving this country. And I came home, and a friend of mine, his name is Warren Bates, died last year. I sat at his deathbed. I didn't know him at the time. Nutcase of an old man, insistently contacting me. Please come and have a look at this. Please come and have a look at this. My life changed the day I dropped my daughter off in school for her first day in school. I dropped her off, I got in the car, and I drove from a leafy part of Saddleworth all the way down to Failsworth to meet with a man called Warren Bates. Like the lunatic he was, and I miss him dearly, he offered me a glass of water or a beer. I'd asked for a coffee. He then put in front of me a dossier of files, and that dossier of files, 6 years later, we now know there is no going back for anyone. Not only are the rape gangs real, the police and the politicians worked with each other to protect them. What happened in this country will be a shame. It is a shame, it's a national shame, and we will never go back from this until we have dealt with it. They sold children for votes. When we first started speaking out, Debbie Cole's here, and we don't see eye to eye on many things, do we, Debbie? I don't see eye to eye with many of you on many things, but on this, there are no sides on this. This is about the cover-up of the gang rape of children. How can there be sides on this? When the people who first came and stood alongside me, Debbie went to a council meeting, a few of us, there were elderly grandparents. It's shame on us that young men, I'm looking at you because we need more men like you, young people will not come and stand alongside us. The army we galvanised in our town was mainly pensioners. It's embarrassing, we all should be embarrassed, but we've got our elderly fighting for us, fighting for our children. I called her a disabled grandmother and she sent me a text message shouting at me. I remember the police turning up to the town hall, threatening the elderly with violence. I remember how, when we started speaking out, the police were mobilized and they went out knocking on doors of people, handing out what are called ASBOs. They were fake ASBOs actually, with the police letterhead on it, next to the council letterhead. threatening people for speaking out. I remember people who became friends of mine losing their jobs because the council wrote to their employers claiming they were far-right racists when all they had done was share posts that I had published, and so there's no ambiguity. I am indeed brown-faced and I am indeed also a Muslim. And they went and called me a far-right racist. And why? And what are refugees or welcome here got to do with any of this? Right? What has it got to do with any of this? This is the stupidity of these people. And as our numbers grew, because we will not go away, as our numbers grew, the police were mobilized. I lost count of the times they dawn raided my house that I shared at the time. The first time with my daughter who was 6 years old. They repeatedly dawn raided my house, 8 of them, 9 of them, time after time after time, to arrest me. And you know what they said when they put me in a cell? If you stop, all this will go away. If you stop, all this will go away. Well, wait, there is a reckoning coming for the police officers and the politicians, because there will be a national inquiry and they will go to prison. We will not give up on this. There will be a national inquiry and these people will go to prison. Because it's already over for them, isn't it? A white conservative MP for some rural part of the country stood up in Parliament 2 weeks ago. Katie Lamb was her name, is her name. In Parliament, she stood up, and I'll quote her. She said this: "Fuck all the white girls and fuck the government." That is what these men believe when they were doing what they were doing. This isn't paedophilia. Do not for 1 minute mistake the rape gangs for paedophilia. This is about power, this is about entitlement, and this is about a belief structure that is completely at odds with our way of life. And we should stand up against it. And you are right to bring the banners that you have. You're right to bring the flags that you have, because that is what this is about. And yes, the Islamists have repeatedly openly endorsed my murder. And yes, the police protect these people. Why? Because they are neck deep in this scandal. Whether through accident or intent, they are neck deep in this scandal. And people say, Raja, who did this? You don't name names. I've been naming names from the beginning. And I'll name them in the middle of Manchester. The Greater Manchester Mayor, Andy Burnham, is neck deep in the cover-up of the grooming and gang rape of children. My MP, James Ignatius O'Rourke McMahon, covered up the grooming and gang rape of children, and he covered them up for votes. He used the funeral of Lee Rigby to hide, to keep from parents like you, that children in our town were being dragged off the streets into shisha bars where they were being groomed and gang raped. Children being dragged into cars from the gates of school. And you want me to look the other way? I don't care who the perpetrators are. I don't care if it was my brother. I would see them in prison and I would kick the crap out of them first before I put them in prison. This wasn't a failure. Let's be clear, this wasn't a failure. This was callous. This was calculated. This was coordinated. And there are so many powerful people who are complicit in what took place. Children, yes, they were sold for votes. Children, yes, they were sold. Or people looked the other way to protect their careers. Children were ignored, who were being gang raped because of this model of multiculturalism that has comprehensively failed this country, because multiculturalism, in the way it has evolved, does not work. It has not worked and it will not work, and we need to find a better way. We need to find a different way. There are many more, because you will see at the next general election, you will see, because this is political. The reason they tried to put me in prison is because I have made it political. The reason Rupert Lowe has launched his inquiry or his crowdfunder, £600,000 so far, nothing like this ever seen in this country. Because a small group of northern men and women made this political. We made this political because the solution to this is political. I don't enjoy these rallies, I'll be honest with you, but I've come to respect them because I come and meet people and I see people and I understand what these rallies are about now. These rallies are where we come and draw strength from each other, where we know and we look at each other and we know we are not on our own. Because the truth is, there are many more of us than there are of them. And it doesn't matter how many of us they put in prison. It doesn't matter how many of us they write hit piece after hit piece in the state-sponsored media about. We all now know the truth. Not only were the grooming gangs real, the cover-up was political. We can talk about, and I do talk about, the ideology of the men who committed these crimes. But everywhere I've been in the world, there are evil men doing evil things to children. Everywhere. The problem I have here is that our system, those who are entrusted to look after these children, sold our children. And they need to be held to account. And that is why, as well as supporting Rupert Lowe's inquiry, I also support Maggie Oliver's campaign. Maggie Oliver's campaign will see police officers, some of the most senior police officers, privately prosecuted. Maggie Oliver's campaign will see some of the most senior politicians in this country privately prosecuted. It does not matter if we win those prosecutions or if we lose those prosecutions. What matters is that we do what we can, because that is all we can do until a general election comes. Because at the general election, the defining issue that will win or lose the election will be who supports a public inquiry. We've seen the Conservatives. When we first started working with the Conservatives, 14 years they were in government, I went to Conservatives I knew. I went to Conservative politicians. Do you know what? At the time, the reason they didn't intervene, working class white children did not matter enough to them. That is the truth of where the Conservatives were, and they got a battering at the election. We then went to I've been going to the Labour Party since the beginning. I was a Labour Party member, let's be clear, they kicked me out. I sat in rooms with multiple prime ministers. They kicked me out because they said to me, Raja, you need to be quiet about this. The Labour Party are worse. They have benefited from this arrangement, and we need to put an end to this. And the only way, and I'm not a member of any political party. Nick's over there, he's a friend of mine, and wherever I go, people ask me about him, and I say, yeah, I don't agree with him on everything, but he's a friend of mine. And you stand by your friends. You stand by your friends even more when you think they're wrong than when they're right, because that's what friendship is. We need to join political parties. You need to vote for this man, you need to vote for reform, you need to vote for the Conservatives, you need to vote for whoever you want to vote for, but the only way we're going to win this is by you lot voting. Because the reason we're in this mess is the people from the communities I come from vote. Whether they want to or not, they vote. And that block vote carries weight, and it's time your block vote also carried weight. And believe me, there are far more of you than there are of them. Thank you so much.
What a fantastic speech from a fantastic man. Roger, thank you so much. Let's hear it for Roger again, everyone! Right, guys, on a bit of a side note before we announce the next speaker, I don't understand why the police have brought all their riot gear today. I don't know if you're aware, but the lefties, but the lefties have started throwing eggs. They started throwing eggs at survivors of child abuse and at journalists. Again, have the police stormed in, riot gear, batons out? No. Do you think that would be the same if anything happened on our side? It's absolutely shocking to see, once again, two-tier policing in person. And again, is it any wonder that our girls never got justice? Is it any wonder that the police don't care, that they're scared of being called racist, that they're scared of the media, that they pander to these idiots? It's disgusting, and we're here to call it out. But next up, we have a returning speaker, Billy Howard from PAG UK. Let's hear for Billy again, everyone!
Guys, I do apologise, guys. I know you got rid of me once, but I'm back, and I have to for a really valid reason. Last week, we lost one of our own. We have to pay tribute to him. I've not spoken to him. I should have done it at first. I want to just pay tribute to our North East friend from Sunderland, Brian Clare, who passed away. He's been a seasoned campaigner. Yeah, guys, absolutely. Brian was a confidant for me, and as I know he was for many other survivors, someone who fought the way for a long, long time. He passed away this week. He would have been here today with us by our side, but unfortunately he was called to his final resting place last week. Please put one more loud round of applause together for our Brian Clare.
Thank you, Billy. So up next we have a very young speaker, a survivor herself. Let's hear it for Sydney Jones. Everyone, Jono Jones.
Hello, Manchester! So, unexpected turn. I'm going to start my speech off by saying that most of you will have seen that someone got arrested today. That person was my mum. Because a lefty tripped over her foot accidentally, and my mum has been taken to the Greater Manchester Police Station on suspicion of assault. Even though she hasn't reported the incident, there's no victim because it was an accident. Meanwhile, the left are throwing eggs at us, and nothing happened. Some of ours have actually got punched. Nothing happened. Two-tier policing showing again at its finest. Enough of my speech. April is Sexual Abuse Awareness Month. Between September 2023 and 2024, there were almost 10% rise in rape and sex crime. In Norfolk alone, 3,280 reported sexual-related offences in Norfolk, with almost half consisting of victims under the age of 18. 400 victims were aged 10 or below. Of the 2,824 suspects that were identified, 851 were aged under 18. 131 of these were aged 12 or below. 12-year-olds raping and abusing other kids. People often turn a blind eye to these numbers, stating either that their child would never be abused or that their child would never go on to abuse. They're a responsible parent and nothing like that could possibly happen. But in my case, the council, Norfolk County Council, withheld information from my dad. In 2011, I was sexually assaulted by my closest friend, my lifeline, my 12-year-old half-brother. He licked my privates and made me lick his, stating that this is how we can clean ourselves. I told my parents a few days afterwards. Imagine my parents hearing their 5-year-old girl saying, "I licked my brother's bum and white stuff came out." The officer dealing with my case told my father of a previous incident which occurred 5 years earlier when my brother was 7. He had instructed his 7-year-old friend and 3-year-old toddler brother to perform fellatio. This case happened in November 2006 and was dropped in the same month with my brother getting therapy. We wrote to the council about this, demanding answers for why my dad had no idea about this incident. My dad never married my half-brother's mum, Therefore, he didn't have parental responsibility over his own son. This means that despite me and my friend's safety being in jeopardy for all of the months that my brother had lived with us leading up to my abuse, my father was forced to be unaware of it all. The council put me in danger. We wrote to the council demanding an apology for me. They refused to apologise. They think I would have been abused either way, and though my parents know it wouldn't have made a difference. I reopened the case in February of last year, and my investigation officer has told me it might not go to trial because it's historic and it's not in the public's interest anymore. And so, this is why I've resorted to speaking out about my experience, holding the council, police and own brother accountable for their parts. A lot of my family called me a liar at 5 years old. Rather than giving me the support I needed, they shunned me out and supported my abuser. I was going to get counselling at the time, but my counsellor called and asked how the little boy was doing. They couldn't even read their own paperwork correctly. How can they help a child regain her spark? Growing up, I would hold my brother's photo and cry. I would ask where he's gone and even ask whether he had died. Well, I wrote this thinking that my mum wouldn't be arrested, but here we are. So, my parents were in the crowd, my mum is in the police station and my dad is in the crowd, supporting me. We have all supported each other through tough times, and there have been many tough times with what happened. And we've come from Norwich. Yes, I lost a brother, I lost a best friend, but my dad lost his son, and my mum lost the person she had welcomed into the house as if he was her own. My family were betrayed by someone we all held close. We were betrayed by the negligent system that is meant to protect us. But my parents are two of the strongest people I know. Can we please have a round of applause for them? Thank you all so much for listening to my story, and thank you to every one of you who made a stand today. Together, we can get justice for every single survivor out there. April is Sexual Abuse Awareness Month, a month to raise awareness and educate others on how to prevent sexual violence. But we shouldn't have a month for this. We should be doing this every single moment of every single day. We must stand up for every survivor, no matter their politics, no matter who abused them. Every story counts, and every story that is told, every survivor who speaks out, and every supporter who joins us can make a difference. To finish off, the left, the people behind me, the scum that are protesting a child protection protest, earlier were shouting, do yourself, follow your leader, kill yourself like Adolf Hitler. Probably half of these. Most of this crowd are survivors. They want survivors to go kill themselves because they think they're Nazis, because we have every right to speak out about our abuse, and we will continue to speak out until justice is served. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sydney. Let's hear it again for Sydney, everyone. Very, very young girl. Up next, we have a man who is enormous in the veterans' rights movement, a man who has stood up for justice and standing up for those who've been betrayed by the British state. Great man, Simon Bean, MBE. Let's hear it, guys.
Welcome everyone new in the chat. We are live and direct from Cracker
Ladies and
Gardens,
gentlemen, good afternoon.
Piccadilly. Here is Simon Bean. Give him a
My
like.
name's Simon Bean, and I'm also known as the Maverick Veteran on social media. I have limited diplomatic skills. Therefore, I'm a fully paid up member of the Free Speech Union, and I have a full legal team standing by, just in case. I joined the British Army in 1983 and served for a bit over 22 years. So I've been a veteran now for almost 20 years. I've served this country all over the world, including 4 years on operations in Northern Ireland, an operational tour in Bosnia-Herzegovina, and both Gulf Wars in the Middle East. When service personnel are away from their home, we expect our fellow countrymen and women and children to be looked after by the homeland authorities. Sadly, this hasn't always been the case. While our backs were turned, young boys and girls were being raped by men that look very much like the people we were sent away to fight.
No, lads!
Some people have said it's coincidence or even fate. Well, fuck fate. It has nothing to do with fate or coincidence, but it is an undeniable fact. I have tried to live life as a patriotic, hard-working Christian man, although not always a good one. And I've learned that the world is rotten to the core. It attacks those that want to make it better, whilst allowing those who do harm to go unpunished. Now, I've been in some pretty dark places, but I've always had a choice. The young girls and boys weren't given a choice when they were gang raped over and over and over again. We need a cultural revolution to protect all women and children. We need every citizen, every butcher, baker, candle street maker to force the lazy, self-serving, cowardly politicians who are afraid of the truth to bring about an unbiased national investigation. Not an inquiry, but a full-blown investigation to find out who was involved. So what is truth? Well, firstly, there's what the people want to hear. Then there's what the people want to believe. There's everything else. Then there's the truth. Truth means taking responsibility, which is why the politicians don't like to use the truth. Each one hopes that if he feeds the crocodile enough, the crocodile will eat him last. And all of them hope that the storm will pass before their turn comes to be devoured. The storm is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. And these brave young girls and boys, now young women and young men in many cases, need justice to bear down on the rapists, the senior police officers and social workers who turn the blind eye, the councillors who chose not to get involved or maybe got too involved, and the political parties and MPs who held power during these atrocities. They owe it to the boys and girls. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. In my personal opinion, anyone that has been complicit, either directly or indirectly, must face a criminal trial, and if found guilty, should be taken henceforth to Tyburn, now known as Marble Arch, and publicly hanged. We need to bring back the death penalty.
Yes!
And invoke that death penalty on anyone that would visit harm on our children. Just my opinion, but Keir Starmer keeps talking about pulling levers, and that's one lever I would gladly pull. Eventually, patriots, the storm will end, and the sun will rise again, and you, patriots, are the sunshine. Evil will not prevail. And when you look upon the horizon, I'll be there. Because for as long as I have breath in my body, I will stand, fight, and protect the good people of these islands. As a soldier, I owe that to the boys and girls. I dedicate this speech to Ellie Reynolds, Sammy Woodhouse, my good friend Alan Merrick, and the countless other survivors throughout this country. I would also like to extend my utmost respect to my friend who has sacrificed his entire adult life to getting the truth out to the people. That man is currently a political prisoner, and he is known to you as Tommy Robinson. Join the United Kingdom Independence Party with Nick Tenconi as its leader. And together, let's make Britain great again. Patriots, may you be in heaven a full half hour before the devil knows you're dead. God bless you all.
Hit that like button for Simon. Love his speeches. Great veteran.
Right, guys, let's hear it again for the Maverick veteran Simon Bean. And I do a small request for everyone, including the people podcasting. Can you please just ignore the left and respect the final speakers? Don't give them airtime, just pretend they're not there. But next up, we have another incredible speaker. We have an activist and a podcaster, Craig Houston. Cheer for Craig, guys, go on. Hello, Manchester.
That's me.
Right, I've got some notes prepared, but before I start, I just need to make some comments about this rabble behind me. Right, I went my first political speech in April last year outside the Scottish Parliament to discuss the hate crime bill, and that mob turned up. I then turned up in Glasgow city centre last July for a rally for pro-UK, and that mob turned up. Today, I drive 300 miles to Manchester to unite for the children, and that mob turned up. So, I've got a wee secret, guys. We've got a new name for them. Oh, the good platoon! That's a good platoon. So why am I here? I'm here for 3 reasons. One, popular misconception is people that talk with my accent are
Scotland Scorpion, welcome
socialist
to the stream. We are
separatists
live
that
and
want to
direct
destroy the
Piccadilly
Union.
Gardens.
I've got news for you, brothers and sisters. The majority of us Scots are doing the same. That's why I'm here.
Nick meets and greets.
These Isles have your problems, and I'm here to tell you that your problems are the same as ours in Scotland and tell you a bit about them. But the most important reason I am here is because I care. We are all the same people and we have all the same problems. And the problems that I have and the concerns that I have, I am sure are shared by you people out here. So can you help me here, just so I know I'm in the right crowd? If your concerns are the same as mine, will you say yes after 3? Are you concerned about the safety of our children? 1, 2, 3. Are you concerned about the number of illegal immigrants and fake asylum seekers? 1, 2, 3. Are you concerned with the rise of socialism and the acceptance in our country? 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Manchester. I am in the right place. And I do apologise because the last time I stood in this square, there was 250,000 people with me. It was the end of the football season in 2008. The Rangers played here for the Europa League final, and we kind of messed up this square. So I do apologise. Please don't hold me responsible. Right, thank you. So Scotland, what's going on in Scotland? I'm going to tell you about 3 people I know. The first person I know is a great man called Alex Kearney. Alex is the leader and organiser for the Spartan Child Protection Group. And I met Alex in January and he told me he had a bit of bad news. He was going to court to be charged for abduction. Alex had found information on a paedophile going to meet a young child. He took his friend in the car because he was getting live information. He phoned the local police, told them where he was, and told them he was going to apprehend a paedophile going to meet a child. He was in the back roads outside Glasgow. The man went down a one-way duck track. Alex knew he had him. Alex followed him down, got him out the car, and held him until the police arrived. The police arrested the man, charged the man. He was found guilty in a court of law. And what happened next, I couldn't believe. Alex Kearney was arrested, charged, and found guilty in a court of law for abduction of a paedophile. And that's what we're facing in Scotland. That is shocking. We need to get rid of that type of policing. In Scotland, we do not have civil arrest protection. And my good friend got found guilty in a court of law because of that. Another friend I have is a guy called Dave Sharp, who was systematically abused from the age of 6 in care up till he left care at 16. As a Scottish victim and survivor, he thought the Scottish Parliament were doing a good thing for him, because a decade ago they started a historical sex abuse inquiry, and he thought, and many others thought, he was going to receive justice. But the SNP, communist separatists that control Scottish Parliament, decided that 2 bodies were not allowed to be in that inquiry. The 2 bodies were religious bodies and sports clubs. And because he was in the Roman Catholic child care system, his case wasn't listened to. And that is absolutely ridiculous. That's what we have in Scotland. So what can we do about it? You people are good people. The gun platoon, they're actually, do you know who the fascists are in this whole relationship? The people that have brainwashed them to think every single banner, every single flag, and every single slogan they stand behind, they are actually the fascists that have brainwashed these people. Normally, I have sympathy for victims. I have zero sympathy for that gun platoon. So, ladies and gentlemen, what can we do about it? Well, I can only do what one man can do. My name is Houston. And this is what I propose to you guys. I will highlight any cause. I will travel the lengths and breadths of your United Kingdom to highlight problems. So look me up in social media. If you've got a story you want me to cover, say 5 words to me. Houston, we have a problem, and I'll sort your problem. Thank you very much. God bless. One last word. Rule Britannia. Let's say again for Craig Houston, everyone. Now for our penultimate speaker, we have another fantastic campaigner, someone who has stood up to the grooming gangs, to the paedophiles, to the abusers, and is a survivor himself. Let's hear it for Adam Mayer, everyone. Let's hear it again, guys. Thank you, Manchester, and welcome to Piccadilly Gardens, guys. Now, as a child abuse survivor, it's very, very difficult with the noise that's going on behind me, hearing chants of Nazis to child abuse survivors and victims. I hate the word victims because it's never their fault for being put in harm's way. And this is what happens in this country. I'm going to show you some pictures, guys. This is real life.
Oh, why do people stand right?
There's a picture here. This little boy, you can see in the middle of the picture, is a guy called Alan Merritt, the guy speaking here today. This little boy, right, amongst all them other children, were historically, physically, and psychologically tortured in one of the biggest children's homes in the country. Beecham in Banstead, Surrey, at one stage had 900 children in it. It started off in the 1800s. It had its own regiment where children not only went from abuse, at 17 they were put in the armed forces and they joined the Surrey regiment. 83 of them children not only went for abuse but never returned from the Second World War. This little boy, you can see in the middle with the shorts. They put you in shorts, guys, so they can slap the backs of your legs. When they slap the backs of your legs, they hit you so hard, it stung, it burned. Then they put you in acid baths as part of your torture. There's a place called Lever Brothers in Liverpool. They made carbolic soap, a red industrial force soap they used to scrub the floors. Not only did they use the floor scrubbing brushes to take the skin off children's backs and bodies in the bath, they put the soap in your mouth. They put it in my mouth. They burned me with this stuff. This is called childcare when they were abusing children in the dormitories. This little boy, I've blown that one up, asked myself again. Look at the eyes, guys. Look at the hurt in that little boy's eyes. That little boy is the boy inside me. He can't speak out. The adult inside me will. And I will go out speaking for as long as I can about the heinous crimes that this government, our police and our courts have bestowed on our children. The police are not fit for duty, the courts not fit for duty. I went to the police station and said I was being abused, physically, sexually and mentally being abused. They took me back in a Black Maria in front of the superintendent. The superintendent bounced me off his knee in a perverse way, getting worked up for bouncing a little boy off of his knee and said, little boys like you get sent away. Where you have police stations, you normally have courts. Where you have children's homes, you have mental institutions. They stuck our children in mental institutions for speaking out about their abusers. Look at my sister Margie. This is Margie, my sister. Look at her eyes. Look at the hurt in her eyes. Again, being tortured in the bathrooms by so-called carers. They were paedophiles and they plied their trade all over the country. Margie, bless her, she's past us now.
Just zooming in for you guys so you can see the pictures.
This is a picture of Margie later in life. Look how beautiful Margie turned out to be. Margie, she was so desperate to have children of her own. She couldn't have children, couldn't conceive with her partner. Margie was desperate to give her children the love and affection my family never got. She tried fertility treatment and they warned her, if you stay on it for too long, there is a chance you could get cancer. Margie was so desperate to have children of her own, to love, to care, to hold. She died of breast cancer. And she's no longer with us. She never did anything wrong. She's not like me, she doesn't speak out, she didn't swear or anything. She did nothing wrong. This cruel world that we live in takes the good and leaves what's behind us left. Picture of me and my brother in Beach in Banstead, Surrey. They told us on this photograph in the primary school. I had 2 abuses in the primary school. The guy in the picture earlier on with a group of children, he'd chase you around the playground, guys, in them shorts. And he'd rifle through your shorts. You as an orphan, you didn't possess anything. You didn't even have a hanky in your pocket. Your pockets were bare, they were empty. He put his hands in your pockets and he'd say, what you got in them pockets, boy? He knew full well you had nothing. He was just feeling that little boy up. They told us in his photographs, if you don't smile for the photograph, you will be punished. You had to smile for that. I did write something, guys, but I'm not going to read it out because at the end of the day, we tried and tried and tried. I've been in the Home Office. I've been in Parliament. I've been in the Lords. I stood up in the Lords and I said, can I speak out? Let me go on one of these public inquiries so I can challenge some of these politicians to do nothing about our grooming gangs, our satanic abuse and our historic child abuse. Nothing's ever done about our children. We pour money all over the world, but we never look after our own. Thank you, everyone. God save our children, everybody.
That's Alan Merritt, everyone. Give us a like, hit the thumbs up for Alan.
Survivors like Alan are why we do this.
Story, that one. I've heard it before.
Fantastic man, such a horrible story, but he's still turned into a fantastic bloke. Up next we have our final speaker, Chrissy Hines. Let's have a Chrissy, everyone!
And this is my first ever speech, so I had to do a script. Hi patrons, can you hear me now? My name is Chrissy Hine and I'm also known as Trinity. I have a message for all the little girls and little boys trapped in an adult body. Know your worth. If you've been raped, sexually abused, tortured, or suffered abuse of any type, I'm telling you now, you are not tarnished. You are not soiled. If your virginity has been taken, it doesn't mean you're spoiled goods. Every one of you is special, beautiful, and deeply loved by God. To Jesus, you are a precious, beautiful pearl, and he will wash you white as snow. I'm speaking from experience, as I was sexually abused at age 5.5. The physical and mental pain was torture. And when I looked down and saw blood, and then realised it was my blood, it all became too much for me. And I actually left my body, which I've since found out is not unusual in these cases. This happened to me because
Can't hear her
nobody
very well,
wanted to look
guys.
after me. Whilst my mother was away having a nervous breakdown in a mental hospital, my 3 brothers were all well cared for by relatives, etc. But nobody wanted to look after me. A neighbour offered to look after me, and my dad phoned social services to check if this was okay. They said yes, that's fine. They knew this demon-possessed paedophile had a history of sexually abusing little girls. But they said nothing to my father. After a few weeks of this abuse, I ended up in hospital with internal bleeding. I refused to say what happened to me because I'd been threatened and I was terrified. Eventually, my mother gently coaxed truth out of me. She was absolutely brilliant and made sure the abuse stopped immediately, which was my dearest wish. It was all reported to the police, and to be fair to them, they wanted to prosecute. Unfortunately, my doctor persuaded the police that I was not strong enough mentally to give evidence in a court. And so the pedo was allowed to carry on abusing little girls. And as far as I know, has never been brought to justice. And this is over 60 years ago, over 60 years. So like many of you girls and boys, I was let down by the social workers, the family doctor, the hospital doctors, and just about every authority figure. All the people that were supposed to protect all children. And my doctor chose to drug me, keep me drugged up, to try and keep me quiet, I think. However, Jesus warns in Matthew 18:16, and I take comfort in this. But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him if a millstone was hung around his neck and he was drowned in the depths of the sea. My message to you is that if you're carrying shame or guilt that you did not do enough to stop your abuse, throw off that shame now. It's not yours to bear. The shame belongs to the demon-possessed paedophiles and all the people that enabled them and turned a blind eye. My prayer is that you will learn to love and respect. Treat kindly your body and mind, and remember this. It is not your fault. The shame is not yours to bear. Thank you.
Let's hear it again for Chrissy, everyone! And for the truth, our final speaker, we have one more, everyone, don't worry. Jill, could we invite Jill to the stage, please? Let's hear it for Jill, everyone! We can do better than that, go on!
On the 26th of October 2017 at 10:36, my life changed forever. 2 social workers and 2 police officers stayed at my door to read my children. 6 months later, my children were separated. My oldest son was placed with the abusive father. He's been assaulted by his father. His life savings have been stolen. Social services and the police have done nothing. He spent some time in the children's home in Ramsbottom, where 4 grown men held him on a foot floor which had just flooded. He then piped up that he'd been sexually assaulted while he was there. I reported this to Greater Manchester Police. They said my son was not a credible witness because he is autistic. A few months ago, my little boy sat down and he cried. It wasn't just once he's been sexually assaulted, it's been 3 different occasions. The social services are staying around said, shut up, don't talk, or we're gonna come to arrest you. Come and get me. My son is now 17. He's just been diagnosed with PTSD for the trauma he suffered by being kidnapped by the social services. My son has been taken, my youngest son now to 11. He's been allowed to go out of the UK on a false passport. His passport should never, ever have been produced. I go to the police, I get told to shut up. But I won't shut up. Just yesterday my little boy broke down and he described a house with a cellar. And he told me that there's a woman upstairs having a cup of tea while he was sexually abusing that cellar. But again, I'm in the wrong for bringing it all out. I was also sexually abused when I was younger. My abuser is still out there. That guy is the one responsible for sexually assaulting 2 of my nieces, 2 of my nephews, and my own son. But because he's in his 80s now, there is no justice. But I will get justice for him. Because bringing him down, I will bring my sister, my brother, and my fucking sister-in-law down with them. Because each one of them are complicit in the sexual abuse of my children, my nieces, my nephews. I'm hoping I can get my sister up here one day, because she will tell you her story. Because the social services protected me when I was younger. My sister would have been protected from a Pakistani male who groomed her at the age of 13. She was supposed to marry him at 17. But yet no justice is ever going to come because of a 2-tier police in the UK. I come out here, I make people like Simon Bean, Alan Merrick, all survivors need to stand together. We need to ignore Cromwell there, and we need to stand on the streets and fight for our children, because we're the only people our children have. Save our children! I'm also going to give one more shout out for Anne in Scotland. I told you I'm doing this every day over here. We're still fighting for justice for Jace, a young lad. Please have a look on Facebook. Justice for Jace, justice for Reese, justice for all, and save our children!
Right guys, let's have good again. And that concludes our speaking list. Thank you so much to everyone for coming along today. My name's Jack Ross, I'm the CEO of Turning Point UK, and we put this event on with Patriots of Britain. And I say thank you to all the stewards who gave up their time to keep everyone safe. And once again, thank you so much for you guys. You've been a great audience, a very supportive audience for the survivors who spoke. And again, we can't do it without you guys. If it's just us speaking to 3 people, no one's going to take us seriously. But we have pulled the crowd today. We have made our voices heard. The speeches I thought were fantastic. They've been filmed. They're going to be broadcast out to millions of people online. And today we made a difference. So thank you so much again, everyone. Give yourselves a round of applause. Please do as well, mingle, network, talk to your fellow patriots, and have a great afternoon, everyone.
So there we go, guys. That's the end of the speakers. I'll keep the.
Who are you with? Are you? What are you?
Real British Media.
Real British Media.
Yeah.
Right. Are you on X?
I'm on X as my tag is RBM Steve.
Say that again. You're on next as well.
At RBM Steve. But
Yeah.
Real British Media should be there as well.
I'll follow
It's,
you.
Thank you. It's mainly on YouTube, so my YouTube channel is the same name.
Right, okay.
Street.
Go gaining a subscriber, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like, share, all that good stuff.
So to any of the far left pro-paedophile activists want to debate a 16-year-old, if that be the organisers or any activist, I am here. I will be over there. I will be over there. If any organiser or any activist wants to debate a 16-year-old on why you support paedophilia, define to me a fascist, define to me a woman, and define why you're pro-pedophilia.
Yeah, so those are the speeches over. But like I say, I'll stay live for the time being, just in case the left get messy, as they tend to do. Horrible people. And yeah, see what the police are doing. Kind of surrounded by police, so they've all got their riot helmets in their hands, just in case.
Who streets? Who streets? Who streets? Who streets?
There he goes, he's going to antagonise the left. Let's walk about a bit. Can't actually get round there though, because it's sort of fenced in. Hello mate, you alright? How you doing?
Alright mate, yeah, you?
Yeah, doing alright.
Yeah, cool.
First time in Manchester, so
First time for me as well.
Yeah.
Tom,
Steve.
nice to meet you, Steve.
Nice to meet you too. Real British Media, that's the channel.
Pardon?
Real British Media.
Real British Media, I'll
Yeah.
give you a follow.
Nice one. I'm getting to know more and more faces the more I come to these events, so I already know a fair few people. It's always good to meet other. Oh, nice one, good save. That nearly went over, wasn't it? No. That was me being clumsy with my camera stand.
Good job I seen it. Good job I seen it.
Yeah.
Real British Media.
That's the one. So, nearly sent my stand flying there. But right, let's see what's going on with the left. How do we actually get round there to get in the action? A lot of police are starting to make a move that way. So they're probably anticipating something. Get that as hard as possible for you. Oh, it's kicking off. Kick it off. Yeah. I'll go and get in there. I'll get you closer to the action. I don't know what's happening there. They just dragged James away. Hang on. Get around there. What's going on? They're getting Nick Tanconi out. Well, they're rushing Tenconi out of here for some reason. It's all starting to kick off now. It's ended, isn't it? Oh, they're throwing stuff. The action has kicked off, guys. I think they're just getting Nick Tenconi out of it to keep him safe. Don't actually know what went on fully. They just grabbed the speakers, all the gear, and off they went. Yeah. What actually went on, did you see?
I just saw the commotion.
Yeah.
Saw the crowd just shift, didn't it?
Yeah, so don't know what went on there. I guess we'll find out later. There'll be some clips about. Hi Zen. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad it's going well. Did you see what went on there?
The only thing that I saw was Nick Tenconi was the other side of that statue.
Yeah.
He was giving a speech aimed at the leftists.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff came throwing over at him.
Ah,
the police
okay.
came running in, shoved him round here. There was a lot of shoving and pushing at this side.
Yeah.
And then they decided bang, they're off.
So they threw loads of stuff at Nick.
Yeah, they've got loads of eggs
There we go.
and bottles and whatever they've got.
Yeah. Eggs and bottles. So that's what happened. Nick was giving a speech aimed at them and they've thrown loads of eggs and bottles at him. That's why he's been rushed off for his own safety, I suppose. He's always got his security around him. But see what else is going off. Once they kick off, they don't usually stop. So we've got Veach, Charlie Veach here joining the action.
That's when it's time for next. Good on you guys, thank you.
Looks like it might calm down a little bit, but they're still shouting their crap.
Hey man, how are you? I'm sorry? Oh, I don't know what that is. Some of the guys that made allegations. They call me everything. It's bad. It's your fault, Charlie. It is, yeah. Charlie, he's in Wales.
So they were about to kick off, weren't they? The left. They never keep it peaceful. They never just chant stuff. They always end up resorting to push and shove and violence, throwing crap. That's the left for you, and they call us violent and bad and thugs. Really, it's the left that is that. Everything they call us, they are themselves. Actual, how you doing, man? Good. Good to see you here. There we go, people. Actual coverage is here as well. One in the live. They got Nick out of here fairly quick, didn't they?
Yeah, I couldn't get around fast enough.
Did you see what was going on?
No, it slowly started getting a scuffle, but I don't know what happened. Did people
Well, I was on my way round and it all kicked off before I got there.
Who kicked off?
The left started throwing eggs and stuff at Nick, like throwing loads of shit apparently. And so they got Nick out of here double quick time. That's what they do. They always resort to that kind of stuff, don't they? Yeah. We've got at least a triple police line at the moment, separating the left from the the good people. And if you are new to the stream and the channel, guys, please hit the like and the subscribe if you haven't done so already. We appreciate that. Just going to see. Apparently Nick got pelted with eggs and stuff, did he?
Yeah, yeah. Well, they threw eggs at me earlier, the coppers enjoyed me. Then they were throwing eggs, bottles, all sorts.
Yeah. That's why they got him out of here quick, didn't they?
Twats, mate, twats.
Yeah. So where are we heading after this?
I'm going home. I got to go
Oh, are you?
tonight.
No pub?
I'm over tomorrow night, so...
Not having a few beers?
Nah, man, I had my beers last night. Went too many.
Saving it for the 10th.
Yeah.
See you there. Yeah, there you go. More confirmation. Lobbing eggs and stuff. Place over there.
Is that everything?
So if it's a bit wobbly at the moment, guys, I'm just trying to put my tripod legs up so it stops hitting me. So I can walk around a bit easier with the camera. There we go. Tripod legs are done. Back to normal. Looks like nothing else is happening. I know Nick would end up winding them up. He always does. He always gives it back to them, just as good as they give him.
I didn't know where you went when I was up there. I was looking for you.
Well, I started coming round because it looked like there was a bit of commotion.
How did you see it? Well,
No, I'd literally just coming
I was in the middle of
as
it.
I started dragging him away.
Yeah, I was in the middle of it.
We got pelted with eggs and that, right?
No, they were throwing bottles at us and it was good.
Bottles and eggs.
Bottles, eggs, yeah. I was up there, innit? I was up in the action. So.
There we go. One gen was in the thick of it. Bottles and eggs. They got him away pretty quick. They just grabbed the speakers and they all just went off.
One of the security said to me that there's distraction was caused to get Nick away safely.
Was
As
what?
well, there was another distraction caused to get Nick away safely.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know where they're going for a drink.
No, they went straight over there. I mean, I suppose we'll find out. To go and find Marty B, see where he's going, because they're all going
They're
out.
over there. Marty B and Beach were always in the middle, weren't they?
Yeah, they were over there a minute. But they said they were doing the pubs. He's over there at the moment.
The speaker Bob wants me to shadow him while he goes and tries to talk to them again.
What, to who? There we go. The flag is still waving. There's a patriot for you. So you tell them. Yeah. This is it. I was wondering where like all the others would go. Here we are, Manchester Piccadilly Gardens, with the angry left being violent, assaulting.
So,
yeah, no, I already asked James. He said he couldn't.
they've still got Brexit Brian over there. I mean, they know where they're going.
Oh, was he? Ask him then.
If it were women, it's being a bit hush-hush. I don't think they want people to know where, but I know where it's at, but she didn't know it.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello,
Real
London.
British media.
Oh, yeah. One gem.
Yeah. I did see your sign. I thought, am I going to make the sign?
Oh, am I on there?
I was actually looking on there to see if I was there,
Generation
actually,
Media.
but yeah. I don't know.
Real media, yeah.
Real British media. Yeah.
I got your posters earlier at the beginning. I remember.
TikTok. Yeah. It's a good board.
Event's finished now. I think I might be packing up and going.
Yeah.
Going off somewhere.
We clear off and then they go, oh, we're scared of us. They've all left.
Yeah.
I think a few people are hanging around.
You'll be hanging around.
I want to go to the pub and meet the others. I don't know where they're gone.
I don't know where they're gone. I wouldn't mind making a paper.
Anyway, nice to meet you. So, yeah. The police are certainly keeping them apart anyway. You can see the police line going all the way over there, making sure they don't get through like they normally try. I'm going to have to find the footage later myself, see what happened there with Nick. But, it seemed like it got a bit juicy.
No number ones, no big caps. They just have jumpers. I don't know what's going on.
Remember, guys and girls, please hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already for more like these in the future. I'm going to try and get to as many live events as I can, so any future one coming up, I shall stream for you.
Where's your flag? Where's your flag? Where's your flag? Where's your flag? Traitors, traitors, traitors! Traitors, traitors, traitors! And we continue to be guilty, and we don't want to come back to him. Traitors, traitors, traitors!
Yeah.
Traitors, traitors, traitors!
Are you right to talk? I'm live still.
Yeah, cool. So my mum accidentally tripped over a left winger, and my mum was instantly detained and put into. She's now in Greater Manchester Police Station.
She's taking her in as well. Really?
Yeah, which is great because she's got the car keys, and we're stranded in Manchester.
Should get everyone there to do a protest
I
outside
did
while
say
we're all
that
here.
the police will shut it down instantly.
But,
They're not playing ball today. They're being shit.
Yeah.
My nan's taking care of the dogs.
Someone's got it on video, and they think your mum hasn't done nothing wrong.
Yeah, yeah, I would think so. But
I was over here when it happened. I saw it.
just now, a police officer, I got hit on the egg. I got hit in the back by an egg, by the left.
They can't throw the bottle
because they're
at us.
throwing eggs, which
Yeah.
we're not. But, you know, we get arrested.
But they always do, they resort to
I
it all
told
the
the
time.
copper, right on the end, on the right.
Yeah.
I was like, are you going to arrest them or not? Because they're throwing stuff at us. It's like, no one's getting arrested, no one's getting arrested. I was like, well, you arrested my mum straight away. And he's like, oh, what, the woman who kicked someone? I was like, no, the woman who tripped someone over accidentally,
Yeah.
and he was arguing with me about it. Then stuff happened. I
Yeah.
don't really know what happened.
News
what
now.
was going on.
Oh, you remember this time?
And,
How you doing, mate?
the police officer grabbed me, literally grabbed me by my arm, really dug his fingers in, and started pushing me away. Probably not, so what I think. But
Didn't James get dragged? It looked like James was getting pushed or dragged away.
yeah, pretty much everyone did who was in the thing.
Yeah.
You and your dad left now waiting for him up.
We might have to wait all night.
I mean, our train's not till about 7.
Yeah. He's going to Dover tomorrow, so. Yeah.
I think it's picking up again. Let's
Is
go
it?
on.
Go on, lad.
Is it kicking off again? Is it getting juicy? Just keeps getting undone. I can't jump over there. There we go.
Where's News Now York?
Huh?
Hey, I thought you was going to frisk him with me then.
It isn't attached now, so be
Don't try and push
careful.
me off the fence.
Let's go and see what's going on, guys.
You fucking animal!
Well, you see, he's still got all the filthy left over there, shouting their stupid chants. All the cameras are here for some reason, so I wonder what's going on there. Oh, so that little lefty looking crowd over there, is it?
Yeah, have a look round.
Top.
Dirty bastard! Non-scrubbing bastard!
Hit the like and share, guys. Like and share for the juicy content.
They're allowed to pass through. Sydney Bungle next to
Hey?
Look at just she's back.
Yeah.
Pull out Palestine. I think not, don't be, that's what the
Yeah.
Oh, stinks! Oh, stinks!
I made some fucking dollars.
Have we missed some juicy content?
Yeah, that'll burn. Might be the highlight of the day, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That'll fucking
What was it,
burn.
the wheelchair one?
All of the shit, look at that, look at that. You ran it into the back of me.
Yeah, I just missed it on record. I don't know if you was filming on
You
local.
had that live, everyone. Marty Blackbur's channel.
Right.
That one.
You ain't wrong there, white gal. He needs one of them. He usually has his Fred with him, doesn't he? Actually, I ain't seen Fred in a while.
Is that actual coverage?
Yeah. Still a few people lingering. Yeah, News Now is the one in the grey hoodie. Yeah. I almost didn't recognise you without you. It's always juicy when you get the left turn up. Yeah, what pubs everyone going to? What pubs everyone going to? Booms, yeah. Oh, action.
I fucking said you were going to do it. I said you were going to fight people.
There we go. Police getting a bit pushy. A bit pushy and shovey.
I got one little break. Two. What happened there, isn't it?
I did say you can start singling people out. You're singling people out.
Yeah, so every now and then there's more pushing and shoving and more action. So we're continuing the live to bring you that action as and when it comes. All we have to do is look for large moving crowds.
My stream
We'll head
just
towards
automatically
it.
ended on that. Don't know
Hey?
why. It automatically ended on that.
Or your stream?
Yeah, it just said finish. I have to go live again.
Well, they're rising now that it's all happening. Welcome to the channel, everyone. If you're new, please hit the like and subscribe. The Unite for the Children event is finished, but we're staying behind because the left keep kicking off and getting aggressive. So we are staying live to bring you any action. As you see, we are police everywhere. Obviously, the majority of the police have gone over there because we need to keep those left away from their violence and aggression. So there is a solid police line. I want to find out how to update the phone now.
I don't know about take one, that's for sure. Hello everyone, if you get back to the stream, I don't know why it ended on its own.
Police line. They all have a helmet as well, because they know what the left are like.
One-sided as per usual. They always stay to the end, so they can say that they scared us off. They do it every time.
Well, they should do. They were pelting Nick Tinconi with eggs and bottles. And
that's why those of us are staying back. But every time they try to cut, we get picked off.
yeah, I am capturing everything. They are. They always turn to aggression and violence, and it's just.
I can't believe the way they are. I really can't.
And we don't bite to it because it's like.
Yeah, it's the best thing to do, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Pretty agree, because the thing is, they stop really like so much. That's why all the every weekend. Your next one's in May.
24, sorry.
Look at this. The man's still waving that Union Jack flag. He's been doing it for 3 hours. His arms must be tired.
Who's this?
I says he's still going with the flag.
He said he's going to be here to the end. He wants them to see
I
it.
bet he's done that for so long in the past. He's got strong arms to keep going. He wants to make sure the left see it.
Hi, Andy. How you doing? Okay, I don't know if you're on the last stream.
I mean, you get the minority. Give you back the.
Yeah, well, I say, I think I don't want to lose another viewer, but I think Martin Blackburn, he put out his video tonight. He actually picked up the last confrontation that happened. Just hanging around for a bit now, see what happens.
Hello, Ferret. Welcome. You're joining in on the juicy bit, are you? The left have been kicking off. Resulting in their usual tactics, throwing stuff, eggs, bottles. Welcome to the stream. Hit that thumbs up. Thank you.
I don't usually attend the Palestinian protest.
I can't see all the others. Can't see where all the others have gone.
It looks like they're getting surrounded and kettled in, so we should probably get out a bit.
I was thinking that.
Away from the line. Have a look at
They've been up there at the back for ages. Let's get out of this bit. It's better to be behind police lines than in a kettle. No, Ferret, vote UKIP. Vote Reform, get Mohammed. Nick Tinconi's the man, he's the way forward. I wonder where all the other guys have gone. They must have packed up and gone off to that Weatherspoons. Can't see them anywhere.
Yeah, let's go find it. Might as well head over there.
Yeah.
We'll head to the Weatherspoons, everybody. Probably bump into some of the other YouTubers.
Yeah, the crowd seems to be thinning out a little bit here. Nothing else, nothing more is happening. So the left haven't got many left to shout at, so I'm probably going to end the stream here. But we've been going for 3 hours. 3 hours. So if anyone's coming late and wants to rewatch anything, feel free to go back, rewatch, hit the like, and yeah, and that'll be me. So hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much to everyone that stayed since the start and everyone that has come in. Thanks to everyone that's liked, shared, subscribed. I appreciate it. Helps the channel to grow and gets more people watching the videos. So that's it. This is RBM on location at Piccadilly Gardens, and I will see you again real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Signing off, are you?
Yeah.
Send them all over to my channel.